Today we're going to get into the nitty-gritty of Monkey Steals Peach. I love this move. It's a great way to set up other takedowns and submissions. So we did a video of this a while back. If you caught that, it was kind of glossing over the move just to get it down on video. But now we're going to get down and dirty with it and show you all these little details. Let's get started. Couple details right off the bat. One is the block and recede. So as he advances with his punch, I don't want to just try to step across right here and bring my foot around. Can you shuffle a little bit further this time? You can see what happens. I start to hit his foot, I get jammed up. So the cross circle step is a big key component of this move. With cross circle step, if my foot is on this line, when I come around, I actually don't really advance with it. I'm just changing my position to this outside line. And when I move, I want my foot to be open. I don't want to be like this. And I'll show you why right now. Here, if I move to this, now, look at as I go through, just shoulder me a little bit. My position and my balance is really compromised. So a couple of details here is opening the foot allows me to go to a bow stance, or if I were going to run the back, for example, then I could pull that off. The other thing that happens here is as I move, I cut in and I bend the knees. If I leave my leg straight and I don't bend, then it becomes like a stilt. And now as I go to take this next step, you can see how weird that is, ungainly. So what inadvertently you'll do is you'll go here and that won't feel comfortable, so you'll go like this. And now you're back to that very narrow stance and step, and then your balance is compromised again. So what you do with this foot when they advance is open and keep it on the same line, because we're going to go the other way now where I overstep. Now I just straighten my leg again. So now I'm back to that really funky stance trying to get by him. So I keep the line the same, but I change the foot position to the outside. Now let's look at what's going on as I block his punch. When I come back, I'm actually fading to my back leg a little bit, so I'm back weighting. And that releases the pressure off my front foot so that I can make this cross circle step. Again, if I'm 50-50 and I block his punch and now I try to move, I don't have the same mobility. I can't get around his leg. If I fade with it and I use this to pivot and rotate, I can actually generate some inertia off of that punch that he's throwing. So this move, as I'm going by him, is a groin attack. So I use my hand, come up underneath. You can change it to a claw after if you prefer, but it's really coming up and palming. So you come in, hit. Now this is a very short way of doing it. So I still fade, but my hand goes right from here to hit him in the groin. Perfectly acceptable. Nothing wrong with that shot, but as somebody who's a little more experienced, they're going to block the shot. So he's going to shut me down as I go. So the way that you can get by this little trick with this arm, I'm going to loop it. So you can see as I loop the arm, he's watching where my hand is going. Except when I do it the other way, now he quickly blocks that shot. All right, when we pass by the person, what's really nice about this is if they do start blocking the shot, is we're gonna attack from the side door. So I'm on this side of his body. His attention is over here, but I'm gonna hit him on this side of the head. So as he comes in, I go here, I'm moving, I step to my bow stance. Here, my bow step. Then this hand comes up and hits him on this side of the head. You can see he starts to even pivot a little bit as I'm going by him. Now there's a couple things that are happening here that you want to realize is when he's faced off right here, he's bladed. So if I just throw punches, then his defense is working really well. But if he squares up here, it starts to collapse. So essentially what's happening is once I go to this position, he's bringing that shoulder forward. Even if he gets this arm up at the last second, it's really hard to get there ahead of the punch because his shoulder is now forward and the upper block doesn't work as well. When you apply this for real, people react in certain ways. Like we just talked about, he blocks the groin shot, so then I go in the side door and attack the head. Now we're gonna look at a couple of options so you can get a takedown at the end. So if he doesn't step back, he blocks the shot or he doesn't block the shot, maybe he takes it and he's buckled a little bit, I'm still gonna go forward as if I'm gonna punch him, but what's gonna happen is the range is gonna change, so I won't be able to punch as easily. I'm gonna go to something else. So he comes in, he didn't step back here. You can see I can take the shot, but this is really where I'm at right now. So I'm gonna clothesline around, set up, and then go for the reaping leg flip. All right, it's natural preservation to want to block and protect the groin here. So sometimes when you apply this, what happens is we go and then they do this. They do a little hip tuck to protect. So they're trying to block and protect the groin at the same time. So you go here and you're still going to wrap and hit the head. You can see how he brings the hip back, he's trying to block. Even if they get hit, sometimes if he didn't get the block off in time, sometimes he gets hit, but he still that's his response is to bring that hip back. When that happens, it changes what we have for options on the flip side. So when he comes in, I hit, go here, now this gives me a square position for a good double leg takedown. You still want to commit to your step and the punch. This is important. When I go here, I'm still stepping, so he changes his position. Now this leg is loaded, so I'm going to use my back leg to advance for the double leg. Now, sometimes what's basically happening here is as I move to this side position and attack with monkey steals peach, and then I come in with a bow step and I hit with on the side door, is he keeps, even if he blocks those first two shots, he's losing position. He's always a step behind. So sometimes they'll just want to bail. So I come in here, I attack here, and then he steps again just to get out of there. And this is a good position right here to launch a kick, because now he's in that kicking range again. I think we talked about this earlier this year about changing gears when the range changes, so I'm still not trying to throw punches when he's now in kicking range. When we move, I attack, attack, attack. And I'm constantly pressuring him to take his position away. And all he's doing from move to move there is trying to save a position and get out. It increases range. He gets attacked here, oh crap, comes in, uh-oh, and then he's trying to get out, and that's when you can fire the kick, because now the range has changed, and when the range changes, we need to switch gears and change our weapons. We shouldn't still be striking there, because now we're overreaching. And that's the really, really in-depth look at Monkey Steals Peach. If you like our videos and you want to stay up to date, hit that subscribe button and get hooked.